Well, behind us across the bay is the famous city of San Francisco, one of the top tourist destinations on the planet. Now, there are many things to do in the Bay Area, but recently with the success of the HBO show Looking, people have been starting to come to this area to check out exteriors of the show. Right now, we're in Oakland on the deck of the USS Hornet, where the show took place in one of the episodes between Patrick and his boss. We're going to take a little look around town and see some of the other destinations you may recognize if you're a fan of the show Looking. Frankie, we're standing here in the middle of the Castro district. The city has really embraced this show, as has the rest of the country. Tell me what happens when you're walking around the street. I don't want to say you're the bad guy, but you're the juiciest character for my money.
Certainly, he is the juiciest.
How do they react to you when you're walking around this wonderful community?
You know, I think the people that recognize me ends up being a reflection of the culture of the city, you know? In New York and in San Francisco, when I get recognized, people are so brash and honest, you know? But it's an interesting character, you know? I'd much rather be playing a character that provokes a strong reaction than somebody that's like shrug-worthy.
So, you're a sex worker? You put it out there. You got no qualms about telling strangers?
I mean, this is what I do. If I was embarrassed about it, I wouldn't do it.
Well, we're getting a chance now to talk to John Velitas. He is a local presenter, journalist. John, we are right now in Dolores Park, which separates the Mission District from the Castro District, and this park here played a part in the show Looking. Tell us about that.
This is where Dom had his 40th birthday party, and Augustin had his tantrum right down there by the statue. We're sort of in the geographic center point of the city and with a spectacular downtown view. What's great about the show is that it's shot entirely on location in the city, and they use all real locations. They're not making places up. And this is the magic of Looking, the integration of the city with the show.
About 45 minutes from the San Francisco area, you'll find the city of San Jose, Palo Alto, and the entire Silicon Valley. There's been a recent increase in the amount of tours taking place in this area as people get around and see the locations and the companies that they use and read about. We got access onto the grounds here at the iconic company, Yahoo. What are you looking for when you bring somebody into Yahoo?
We tend to think pretty deeply about what motivates and drives people. And so, for instance, we've reimagined how to recruit. So when we interview, instead of saying, hey, here's this job, can you do it? We sit down with people and we say, what do you do? Why do you love it? And where would you like it to lead? And then we explore how to build and develop that. And then we craft a role together.
Do you know how awkward it is to not be able to describe your own company? Like, I built a weird thing, but you just know it as a weird thing, you know, in your head.
Is that weird thing in your head an aneurysm?
I have to ask you about the TV show Silicon Valley. Is that a show that you've watched very often?
I've watched a few episodes. There are many parts of it that are brilliant satire and pretty accurate, sure.
You think those guys over at Nucleus are hiring a convicted felon to paint a mural on their garage?
Well, for fans of Silicon Valley out there, you'll remember episode 5, where Ehrlich meets with an artist named Chewy to talk about doing the new logo for the fictitious company called Pied Piper. Now, that artist is actually based on David Cho, who is well known in this neighborhood for designing the Facebook mural. You can see some of David Cho's work right here on the wall in downtown San Jose. While you're in the Silicon Valley, there are a number of museum tours that you can take, including the Intel Museum, the Natural Computer History Museum, and for a more hands-on experience, the Tech Museum of Innovation.
Ultimately, what we're trying to do is, well, I guess...
You remind me of my son. He's got Asperger's, too.
Oh, no, I don't...
What do you guys do here?
What do we do? All those ones and zeros streaming directly to your smartphone. It's not magic, it's talent and sweat. That's what the f we do.